I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead. Yeah, so thanks for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates. So good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know? Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic. Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. I just tried to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem... Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. Who do you want to know about? Andre. He's a cool guy. Doesn't really... He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. What life should be, you know? He tries to push... Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks so... I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know.
Yeah, drugs, shit.
Yes. Anyway. Come to think of it, yeah, he's in some kind of a self-destruction mode with that hair. Yes. Who do you want to know about? He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but... Noid, he's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What do you mean, do? He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work. He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself. Sir, I abide by the law. It's just something poor Fallberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering. Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people. Yeah. Who do you want to know about? What do you mean? Oh, that. He's the party boy. And Nordic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times.
Yes, forever. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? He basically just stands...
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you anyway.
Actually, we don't know where... One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forberg.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of...
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. Ed came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us. People are sweet. Who do you want to know about? Me? Again? I'm a silver bird. It means I don't answer questions about myself. Is there a law that would...
That would depend on the circumstances.
Thank you. Sure.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you. Goodbye. You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got between you and me. I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. You...
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame. A cell using her contact. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveller. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession, and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance. Why? You're a cop. I carry carp. That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own. A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmonger. It's a total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires, put you down with them. They were really into painting everything right. Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside before the...
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss.
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After they had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them any. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it. A Sarais man who lived a long time ago. An ancient, hardcore brother. It never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history.
The way he says it The force in False Core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
I only said unity. One word. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they... Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. I didn't know it was in here. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is mass murder on the floor.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass produce billions of humans. Billions of humans.
And many, many more.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know? She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers. In the true life of tomorrow, every woman will be an innocence. They will wear neon headbands and leggings, and they will glow in the dark. No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic... Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass... Are you a commie cop? Then that's why. Communism's just a bloodier humanism, if you ask me. Has her love all over it. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
The Speed Freak looks the same way. It is dark there in the back of the church. For a moment, the music echoed.
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore, this Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a... I like this question, cop man. She did not live the life... That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some sh... Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
What a strange choice of words. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Hard to say, cop man. Signed, I did get to talk to the Anyway, he's been giving me... Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hard. The man picks up on stuff. And he... Good thing you didn't squash him. The Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. Not like a literal encasement, confinement of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isola. Like, this is some old world shit Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it, I don't know, And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance. Like a concentric ring spreading out. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we got on a good level here. Dead body, spirit entered. What is there to talk of? The mass murderer? Why? Okay. Sure. Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our science synced. It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away. I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left...
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption, and this is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory. I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad. Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led...
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves. Nothing. Animals are cool, guys. I like animals too, but that doesn't mean I have to be one.
His eyes flicker.
A life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself. And others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A German will come and return to truth. Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity, appreciation.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, and emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore. If some want to lead and others want to be led, I think they are welcome to it. Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true
Lord of the Western Plain. It is really happening right here. The migrants are contaminating our youth.
Enough now, Noid. You have had enough fun bothering our guests with your crazy theories.
Yo, man, what's on your mind? They're hardcore. You know what I think? I think man, woman, and child, they're just clothes. It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it. What's on your mind? Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Aggressive.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You'll have to add something of your own. Jumping around, as this sort of music requires, is actually a taxing physical activity and should be dignified with a sports suit. Predictable, but solid.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Oh, hey, man, it's good to see you.
Goodbye.
style.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and drink.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder.
Total darkness. You think here it will begin. Who fucking cares? No, not orgasme. Oh, don't worry. This is a pivotal nothing.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently to rule the world. Yes, it's all true.
From what I can see, it's about to...
Foolhardy! Do you even know what... With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness, as you open your eyes, you should scream. Hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate. You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker.
Oh my god! No way!
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never... He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for.
What's going on here? Delinquents.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency. The lieutenant squeezes the bridge. He's obviously having trouble with just...
The Code 31 emergency? Really?
The lieutenant crosses.
What's happening? Good for you. Rock on, then. What?
What's harder core than a...
Excuse me, what? Dance? Yeah, we are done!
Then a breath of cold sea air fills the church as the lieutenant opens the door and steps out. The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly.
A few? Aren't you going to dance?
No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts. But she started working. The young man immediately bounces up and down. Then, as the authority of the law is clearly under the dynamic motion of your flailing body is bored. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost miracle.
Here we go again! Hardcore fit! The sound above my head!
hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes you're...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your eye.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your...
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your eye.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
You close your eyes.
Total darkness. Here it will be. Who fucking cares? Good. You should be. Oh, don't worry. Nothing.
I'm gonna let you to roll the world in the spinal cord.
From what I can see, it's about
Full heart. With your eyes still closed, as you open your eyes, you have become a flawless interlocking mechanism.
Oh my god! No way!
With it, he throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness.
What's going on?
This is clearly a code. The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. He's having trouble adjusting to the new...
What's happening? Good for you. Rock on then. What?
Who's the one in charge? You are.
Are you kidding me? Get my what on?
Sheesh, okay.
Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there.
Nah, it's not Ubi folk.
Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. Now...
The lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear him. The young woman lifts her headphones up.
Asil, aren't you going to dance?
No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started properly. The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the dynamic motion of your flailing body is bored. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point.
Here we go! Hardcore! The sound above my...
What now? The sound...
above my...
Okay, this is too imbecile. Excuse me.
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stave church built 380 years ago by...
I am La Rebachelière. I am the city. I am a fragment of... My heart is the wind corridor. Come morning, I carry industrial dust. I've seen you. I've seen you. The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. I also reside in your lungs, invest. You are an officer of the citizens' militia. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. I need you. You can keep me on this house.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back.
Had a good rest there?
Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were...
That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent...
You might be imagining it, but it feels like...
Man! Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like, end of human development. Mission complete. All right!
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
Goodbye.
Yes, what is it?
We're close. True, hard, full car. It's hardcore. Skibbity, skibbity. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
All car! All right!
He furrows his brow as his very large head
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though? One mind, one... We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally,
All car, all right.
He furrows his brow as his very large...
hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the question? But there was no question. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore, internally coherent.
All car.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question? But there was a question? Hardcore, intern.
All car, all right.
He furrows his...
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear them. There is a hawthorn tree en route. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a Oh, she uses 3.5.
Oh no, we're going to be...
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it. Hang on, this is a 4.5.
Whoa, thank God. Adapter's noticeably...
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the arm. The Arno will be back! But we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music. Yeah! Back on the case! The first page of the second chapter.
Could it be? Maybe for him. You only have a chapter or two left in you.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the... Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only...
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
The young man looks at you reverently, as if his friend drops his loitering act and turns. If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alchemist.
Fuck yeah, I knew it.
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he is. Jermaine here just yells red.
So, it's not this one. It's the world that's a thought reader in this equation.
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershow imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too. He's not a communist. It's just something he...
Yeah! With a rebel yell! I can be a communist if you...
Please don't turn him... Oh, yeah. Turn him into a communist. Come on. It would be super.
Aye! Communism rules the nation! Here comes the sun! D'accord?
Basically, yes it is.
Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This...
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck.
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit?
Maximum! Maximum is...
I know it is, but could you please turn...
Pump it to the brick! Pump it...
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk...
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon.
Can't turn down to hardcore!
Of course it is.
Yeah!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute...
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat.
Born ready. Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically.
5, 4, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sound. It will devour everything. Floorboards, the glass.
Guys, what's going on?
This fragile world is about to break.
It's getting louder.
In the basins, the water looks like...
Oceana! Mother of Mega! The beauty and the bead!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Cracks appear on the stained glass window.
Come down to earth!
It's shaking the building's foundation. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Beautiful car!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seat?
Yes, I've turned it off. Andre, pull the compressor!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed.
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too...
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Program...
4 years. 22 people.
Yeah, but did you record it, though? It was dope.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again. It was mathematical information. from the anomaly, presented as a way... I have no idea.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after...
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't say... Stay here! I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliskov. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary...
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead...
You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over...
What is this place to you?
Waves crash onto the beach, drowning the reeds. Far to the south, this could have been you. This could still be you. A down on his... Who are you talking to? There is no one here. Not even cold. Outside, the howl...
Look.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, the edge of a floorboard next to it, look. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of... Nothing particular catches your eye. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for... The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope they'll damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has...
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good... Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she got?
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure.
Yes, early.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guy.
I cleaned it, like I... No.
The truth, sire.
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my...
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this... How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting it. Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the... I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinge...
It's a peninsula. She might be...
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You?
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater?
The failed electric neuron. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? Yes, let's hear those other questions. What? She's a... Our tenant, the police... Huh? I like to see him try. If
that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She doesn't seem surprised by this.
Get out of here, trying to ruin my day. And that youth center better be a good one, or you'll have trouble from... I wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect.
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flex some more. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand. And to think, it seemed as if you're warm in your hat and your coat. Like a well-equipped explorer, you comfortably survive. More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. The waters turn black, coal city in the shadow of San Martin. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor. Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery, La Petite Ra, brave, where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Children under 14, they go underground, looking for artifacts to see. After rubies, Melchiorite, 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft. The mausoleum contains, how can it be pure if it's magenta? Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for few, petite. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces. The canal you crossed to get here, and beyond it. Martinez, someone is scraping snow off their window. Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout. A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a clean white light. An abandoned church that's being turned into a dance club. A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock. A tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection. Then there's Ozon. But the snow falls. The Bay of Revachol. Vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters. And at the farthest reaches of the raised motorway, 881, with vehicles whooshing past one another, was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. The pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets, heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in a line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of priests. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells. The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has snow falls on the utility district. All of this built around a lake that falls. A chill comes over you, crawling down your near. Snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe. That's all. Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with indict. Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the...
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled... The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick, dripping water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works.
Hello again. No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a...
So you haven't seen anyone?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone. row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from a cold behind this building.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning south-east.
Promising raise pupil returns.
No, you don't. You need to help me find out who killed our hangman. No, I cannot.
Observe. Like a peasant hoping to bet.
Get your dirty hick dick away from this advanced concept, peasant. To comprehend time, you must possess at least a basic understanding of how reality works, what the rules are. The concepts you reach for are far beyond you, Poopa. Without the necessary...
This again. But you've learned the basics. A studious approach. Seems like...
Come back to me when you've mastered them. There is nothing funky about them. There are... I cannot possibly...
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's... Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today? Yes? What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the... Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry. What's on... Great! You want to bounce something off your old friend, Mr. Clare, right? It's perfectly okay. Even if you've...
You cannot but notice the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations.
No, no, Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100%...
Yes, he really doesn't seem...
Absolutely, Harry. What's on your mind?
Before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. before the cargo container. Its drawer has not less. Why are you eating? You're back before the cargo container. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then...
Ahoy! Come on in!
You can't be serious.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that anyhow. My name is Rustam Diodore.
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits...
Oh Lord, not this again. Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, and yet it never seems to get...
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, all I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to go a vast...
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to... But then, once you've reached my position, it's... Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really. Which one? Reva Show, where I nominally reside, or Gra, where my father immigrated from? Listen, Mr. Dubois. If capital and nationalism went hand in hand, states are akin to boulders in a river, slowing the free flow of ideas. Given enough time, though, it is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really...
Hey! All this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
What do you mean? Are you talking about my chin? Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed...
The Weiss-Wieserman coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the Weiss-Wieserman coefficient for you, and this 0.99, that's not good for you.
Among other things, but calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. No, not really. They're actually...
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit...
Yes, I imagine that does traveling. This is a great way to... By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? Herschel. I remember walking its streets. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly, but there simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There, spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. Smart, you know? It also provides luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. And don't get me wrong, they're nice things, but once you achieve a... What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your... As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Invest. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this? You're welcome. You know, maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound? Thanks for... Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
If business...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do?
Deploying high-concept buzzword generator. All it's time to disrupt the few.
A youth center, huh?
Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
I like that you're thinking about the future, but wouldn't the center have a more brilliant? Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future? When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment. I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to help, here's the round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off. Remember, it's not a handout.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. Is he having a stroke?
Yes, I'm alright. Can we get going now?
Now, was there anything else I could help you, Jet?
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. I knew we could trust you. Remember, This isn't, generally speaking.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though. Fantastic.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me.
You've got to be kidding me. Him? Seriously? I promise you it isn't.
Let's get one thing straight. You can't. Now, what makes you think I know how to turn back time? What do you mean by big time, Rick?
He's looking for some.
Are you mocking me right now, Runt? People think it's so easy being a lorry driver.
The rumbling in your stomach says this.
You know, I get funny looks from people all the time. I know they're looking at...
Alert. We detect Maid. He's really got himself worked up now. He grinds a cigarette butt into the pavement and quickly lights another. In reality, there is no culture war, but there is a struggle for mating privileges. This really isn't about you. It starts with the genetic lottery. A few are born handsome, imposing giants. But there's a lot one can do with average. And this guy hasn't. Now past it, it's his defeatist, self-pitying mentality. A sense he isn't interested in evolving, improving, but the truth is, it's a vicious cycle he's unlikely to ever break. The lack of female affection makes him bitter. His bitterness, in turn, reduces his chances of gaining that affection. That's how he played the hand he was dealt. At least he's blissfully...
You still with us, Runt? Or are you just gonna stand around like a glue sniffer? Ah, that old song.
You're not the first person to point this out to him.
People today, they only look at what's on the surface. These women?
Yeah. Who in their right mind would judge a book by its...
They don't care if you're a good guy. They're superficial creatures. That's just the truth. I'll believe it when I see it. Whatever, I don't care. It's all the same to me. Time, yeah? Listen, man. Do you even understand how hard we've got it? How complete...
The lorry man looks at you like he can't decide whether he wants to smash...
No, I can't help you, because you're a runt
And he's back to his charming old... The lieutenant doesn't utter a word. This fool is a colossal waste of time. There's no Kingsman inside him.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.